So we were in Bulgaria, and together with Ukrainian Humanitarian Relief, we were helping our Ukrainian refugees who were crossing Romanian and Ukrainian border, and we were moving them to Bulgaria to provide them with the shelter, food, and help them in any way we can.
It began actually just as the war broke out on the 24th of February. Me and my fiancé, along with everybody else, were glued to CNN. And 3 days later, I woke up and I said, "We're going to Bulgaria." And he says, "What do you mean you're going to Bulgaria?" And I said, "Well, we gotta help our people." So we connected with Uliana, and on the go, I think the charity was born within 24 hours because so many people actually reached out to all of us and asked, "How can we help?" The focus was to get everybody possibly to safety, right, from a war zone. So this was the most primary. We knew that in order for them to cross, they need to be offered shelter, food, medicine. And also we had buses that were transporting these Ukrainian refugees to Varna, Bulgaria.
Whoever sees this, all of this is improvised. Russian propaganda tells you that somebody is organizing, Ukrainians tells us what to do. We like to do things together. We really enjoy cooperating. We enjoy sharing our talents and our skills. So, thank you all of you for this improvised choir. I do not know most of you, and most of you don't know me, I'm pretty sure. But I'm talking right now actually to those who are non-Ukrainians, for whom Ukrainian situation is maybe strange, and you might listen to different sources. We really, really have beautiful soul. We want simply to live, to love. Our children, they want to laugh, they want to play. Some cases, people are dying, civilians are dying, our kids are dying, and we need to be heard and to speed up the aid, speed up the military aid to help Ukraine. This event in Toronto was organized by Ukrainian Humanitarian Emergency Relief, and founders of this organization will be talking right now and telling you what are they doing here in Toronto. And as well, they just came from Bulgaria, where they were helping our refugees, moving refugees from Ukraine through Romania to Bulgaria, helping them with humanitarian aid, settling them in Bulgaria, and here's their story. Natalka and Fedor.
We had a very, very emotional time in Bulgaria for 5 weeks with the women, with the children. I'm from Bulgaria, originally from Varna. Varna loves you, Bulgaria loves you, We're all with you, we support you. The whole European Union, every nation is trying their best to help right now.
So as I was standing on the Romanian-Ukrainian border and looking out at my homeland, Ukraine, which I haven't seen it in more than 20 years, you can imagine what I felt. My people, children, were right over there on the other side. What I got to hear were the stories of children telling me how the bombs were coming on, like flying over them. How the cars, the buses were riddled with bullets. No child should ever witness a war. No child should have such a traumatic experience. And for every child that gave its life, we shall live for them. We shall build a stronger Ukraine with a brighter future. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm here with
Senia.
And tell me a bit about what you're doing.
So we're here today. This is an event to honor all of the children who have died in the war of Russia invading Ukraine. This is only the official numbers, so the real number of deaths is unfortunately much higher. We're here to bring awareness to that. This event is hosted by UHER, so that's Ukrainian Humanitarian Emergency Relief. They have a GoFundMe page if you want to help out. This is a fantastic fund. This is run by people that I know personally. They're running it off the ground in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So all of the donations go directly to refugees. They're helping with transportation, medicine. They're doing all of that good stuff. 0% goes to any administrative costs, and that's why I'm here personally.
Okay, so you know one of the organizers, and are you originally from Ukraine?
I'm Russian.
You're Russian?
I'm Russian. I was born in Russia, and I came here in 1999.
Yeah.
I was 6, so I was very young. But I'm here to make the Russians that don't support the war, I'm here to show them that, you know, you're not alone, and the Russians that do support the war, I'm here to make you uncomfortable, and here to say that you're not welcome.
Trying to bring attention to this situation so leaders in Europe and all over the world who can influence the situation, so those who are trapped innocents in Mariupol can safely get out. Because until right now, corridors are not working. People cannot get out. Even though many times there's been negotiation for children, women, and elderly to be allowed safe passage, it's not happening. For all of us, it's been difficult. I myself have family still in Ukraine, and a lot of you who are gathered at this square have friends, relatives in Ukraine, and I know that your mornings starts with checking the news, checking if you still have families, if you still have those loved ones there. So please pay attention, do whatever you can. Right now, children have been killed because of Russian aggression and invasion into our homeland. Right now, I'm asking you, with all organizers, the Second Front, and it's hard for me to speak, Ukrainian Humanitarian Emergency Relief, let's join together in a moment of silence we are deeply grateful to every one of you who came. Right now, I'm going to introduce you our great musician, great violin player, Eugene Draw, who you already heard. We are deeply, deeply honored to have him here join us. He's an amazing musician, and Eugene has always been extremely supportive with many actions, fundraisers, and he has absolutely beautiful soul and big heart. And right now, I'm going to ask Eugene to play for us Ave Maria, and please find the best words of prayer in your soul right now. Ukraine has been independent and has been on the map since 1991, and a lot of people say things like, it's a new country. Maybe for many it's a new country, but for Ukrainian people, our land, our language, our culture, and most of all, our spirit is not new. It goes back for hundreds and hundreds of years. And the Ukrainian anthem, beginning words, the anthem was written when Ukraine was struggling for independence. But we still have independence today. And because of that, I will start Ukrainian anthem a little bit different. Because for the past 56 days, Ukrainian people proved to be together, to be strong, and more than that, to be really, really amazing and with lots of love in their hearts. So I will sing, saying, we will protect Ukraine and we will build beautiful country. Захистимо України і славу, і волю, побудуємо разом, браття, щасливую долю. Згинуть наші воріженьки, як роса на сонці, запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душі тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття у козацького роду. Душі тіло
Чи бачиш, чи чуєш ти розпач дитини, що захист шукає під кулями нині? Мамо, торкнися моєї руки. People, can you hear the crying people? People, did you see those horrible things? People, I'm pleading with you, oh people. I'm praying and pray with me, please. Pray for peace with me, please. Мамо, чи чуєш ти мене, мамо? Мамо, я хочу до тебе прийти. Мамо, я рвуся до тебе, мамо. Мамо, торкнися моєї руки. People, can you hear the crying people? People, did you see those horrible things? People, I'm pleading with you, oh people. I'm praying and pray with me, please. Pray for peace with me, please.
Just today, I was talking to a friend of mine who is in Zaporizhia, and her daughter, 17 years old, beautiful girl, and she's fluent in French. Her dream is to actually study in France. And she had exams and she got accepted. But she's debating right now actually whether she should even go. A lot of Ukrainians had chance to leave, just like Ukrainian president, and I have to be honest. When Ukrainian President Zelensky was elected, I wasn't crazy about it. I'm honest about it. But in life, who you are really shows up in the most difficult time in life. If you squeeze a lemon, apple juice is not going to come out. Lemon juice will come out. If you squeeze a person, you will see who the person really is. And right now, I'm begging to everyone who's listening. Look inside of you, who you really are. Are you human? Because those children, those innocent people who are dying right now under rockets and bullets, they are humans. They're painting pictures, they're singing songs, they're dancing. So I'm begging you, we are all begging you. Talk to everybody who you can. Things can change in one day. Whatever is happening in Ukraine, nobody can be sure that it's not going to happen tomorrow somewhere else. Thank you.
you everyone for coming. Eugene will perform the closing song, and I hope that we're gonna be heard. And I hope that this horrific war will come to the end. There are gonna be no more civilian children dying. Thank you all for coming. We will be organizing more events. Please follow us on social media, stay tuned. We hope that our voice will be heard. Slava Ukraini!
У лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну гей, гей, розвеселимо. Можемо швидше? Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну гей, гей, розвеселимо. Голосніш. Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну гей, гей, розвеселимо.
And one day Natalka sent me pictures of our Ukrainian kids who actually were sitting in shelters and trying to do online schooling. And I look at those kids and my heart was breaking because I do have 2 kids. And I see them on the phones trying to access online classes. And I'm like, Natalka, this is not the right way for them to get education. So what can we do? And then idea was born, so maybe we can collect iPads or laptops and maybe we can send it to Ukraine.
I was going to ask you about
yes,
that.
Yes, exactly. And it just happened that within a couple of days, literally days, so many people responded and we were able to collect almost like 160 iPads.
Wow.
There was like Montessori school which donated brand new iPads and people would just come and bring laptops. Some people would just go and buy new electronics. And then I realized, so right now I have all this, amazing tools for our kids. If we're gonna ship it, it will take time. And then we decided, so how about I just gonna take it to Bulgaria? And in 2 days later, I was there meeting with kids, giving them iPads, and that was an amazing experience. Because what we realized, kids, they traumatized with the war, with the whole situation. And seeing those eyes, we realized that actually, for the moment they forgot about the war. And this moment, us giving them iPads, that's going to be so memorable for them.
That's beautiful.
Bring so many joys. And some of the kids, they would actually be afraid to take iPads, and they would come back and ask, should we bring it back when the school is over? Should we return iPads? So we were distributing iPads, and kids, they were so shy in a way when to take those iPads, because for them it was really like a really big and event that they would be remembering for a long time. And for the moment, for them, it was such a joy that they forgot about all the war moments, everything what they were witnessing back in Ukraine. And some of them would come back to us and ask, should we return those iPads? And we're like, no, that's yours. You can keep it. And you should see those kids. They were actually crying. Those are tears of joy. And doing this, and it was just so fulfilling for us. And it's just amazing experience.
Because that's what's needed for children to actually build the future of Ukraine.
Yeah.
This is for the future, because that's the only thing that we can do. So when the children were crossing, they were crossing to safety and to peaceful skies. What we offered them, it was just something that they could actually build in the future and help Ukraine to grow and prosper even stronger.
Who you are really shows up in the most difficult times in life. If you squeeze a lemon, apple juice is not going to come out. Lemon juice will come out. If you squeeze a person, you will see who the person really is. And right now, I'm begging to everyone who's listening. Look inside of you, who you really are. Are you human? Because those children, those innocent people who are dying right now under rockets and bullets, they are humans. They're painting pictures, they're singing songs, they're dancing. So I'm begging you, we are all begging you. Talk to everybody who you can. Things can change in one day.